I walk in there, I can't decide. Do I get a new game? Do I get a used game? Have you guys ever had this feeling? It's like it doesn't even matter what game it is. It's like you go in there, you find the game, you know what game you want to get. You see it on the shelf. It's brand new. But 3 feet away, there's a used copy of the game. And you just look to your left at the used copy and you're like, it's cheaper. Then you look to the right and it's like, but it's brand new. I could smell it. It's freaking amazing. I know it's never been played. I know it's never been touched. There's not a scratch on the disc. It's still in its wrapping. As soon as I open up that package, it's gonna smell sweet, like a something sweet. I don't know. It's gonna smell good though. It's gonna smell like that new fresh plastic right off of the printing press. They don't print games, but you know what I mean. And then you look at the used game and it's like the box is kind of beat up, the directions are missing, but it's cheaper. It might be $20 cheaper, it might be $15 cheaper, but it's cheaper. And you're thinking to yourself, well, if I buy it used, it might have some scratches, it might be missing the manual, it might not even have the original box art, but I'm saving $15. And with that $15, I could buy another game. Or I could buy 2 other games, depending on if I get them used or not, or what kind of games I get, because there's a lot of variety at GameStop. You got your Game Boy games, and you got all these cheap games, and there's a lot of bargain bins happening at GameStop. But then you look to your right, and you see these new games, and it's like, it's brand new, I can get it right away, because oftentimes with a used game, especially when it's a new release, and it's just released a couple days ago, let's take Destiny for example. Now this was of course released way back when, it's not just released, but when I went to go get Destiny, I wanted to get it like 3 days after it was released. And I didn't want to pay full price for it though. I wanted to get a used copy. Well, the thing about that is people were still playing their brand new copies. They weren't trading them in because they hated the game. They were just buying them and keeping them, okay? So you can't walk into a GameStop 3 days after a game is released and just buy a used copy of a game. That's just not how it works. It might happen with some games, but it doesn't happen with big AAA titles like Destiny or Halo or Gears of War or God of War or, The Last of Us. It just doesn't happen with those kind of games, okay? Unless somebody buys them and they absolutely hate the game. But you know what I mean? It's like you can't just walk in there and say, you know what, man? I want a used copy. Give it to me cheap. Give it to me on the down low. I don't want it new. I want to pay cheap for it, my brother. Okay, I never walked into a GameStop and said that. But you feeling me? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's like brand new. You can get it as soon as you want it. If you get it used, sometimes you have to wait for it. Or you have to wait for it to get to that store because they don't just carry like every single used game on the planet. It kind of depends on the location and the store. It's not like new. If you get it new, it's like they always have a new copy somewhere in the back, In the back room, they have new copies just laying around. It's just lounging around, watching TV in the back. These new copies just chilling out, playing video games, playing video games. It's the future. I'm getting off topic. But you ever have that feeling? It's like you walk in a GameStop and you can't decide if you want to get a used game or a new game. It could be the exact same game. It's not like you're getting 2 different games. It's just the same game, but you don't know if you should get it used and you don't know if you should get it brand new. You ever had that happen to you? Because I have it happen to me all the time. Now, there's a benefit of getting it used because if you get it used, they got that like 7-day guarantee where if you don't like the game, you can always bring it back. It doesn't matter if it works or not, but if you don't like it, you can still take it back. That's a used copy of the game. If you buy it brand new, let's say you spend $60 for it, you buy it brand new, you try to take it back, they're not going to give you your money back. The most they can do is let you trade it back in, and they give you a fraction of what you paid for it. So you pay $60 for a game, you might get $35 back, you might get $25 back, but there's no way they're going to give you $60 back. They're going to resell that to another guy who wants a used copy of the game. You know what I'm saying? So there's always a trade-off. And for me, I always kind of prefer getting a used game because I'm a very indecisive person. And if I don't like it, I can always bring it back, you see. I'm not worried about if the box art is a little bit ripped or if the case is missing the artwork or if it has a few scratches. That doesn't matter. Because I would rather save money and use that money for another game than get it full price. There are some games that I've paid for full price, like Skyrim. I think that maybe was the only game I paid for that was full price, Skyrim. And I'm happy I did it, but now you can get it for like $10. But that game came out a while back. But it's kind of a trade-off. But I would really want to know. I just messed that up. What I meant to say was I would really like to know what you guys think. If you guys prefer the used games, getting them used, or if you prefer getting them brand new, or if it doesn't matter to you, you just walk in a GameStop, you know what you want, your eye is on the prize, you buy it, you're happy with it, and that's the game. That's it. That's just how it works. For me, it's not that. For me, it's like I want to get the best deal and I want it to be a good game. But that's just me. So guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Used games or new games? Post it down below. Let me know. I will respond to every single comment as soon as I can. And if I don't respond to a comment via just replying on, YouTube, just, writing a text comment, I will do my best to reply to that comment in my next video. As always, thank you for watching. And if you like what you saw and found it a little bit entertaining, even a little bit, maybe it wasn't the greatest video, but if you liked it a little, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to stay up to date, click the subscribe button. Until next time, thank you for watching, thank you for being a fan, and as always, keep calm and game on. Toodles!